In a quiet coastal city named Harborville, there lived a 30-year-old man named Ethan Moore. Ethan was known for being intelligent, careful, and extremely hardworking. Since childhood, he had always aimed for perfection, never allowing himself to make a single mistake. In school, he hesitated to raise his hand. At work, he avoided volunteering for big projects. Even in daily conversations, he overthought every word. Why? Because deep down, Ethan feared failure more than anything else. His parents had often reminded him, "Mistakes help us grow," but Ethan never believed that. He thought, "People only respect those who get it right the first time." Because of this mindset, Ethan avoided new challenges. He passed up job promotions, avoided trying new hobbies, and never took risks, even if they could lead to something amazing. One day, a motivational speaker named Dr. Jaden Clark visited his workplace for a leadership seminar. During the talk, Dr. Clark said something that caught Ethan's attention. Every successful person you admire, scientists, entrepreneurs, artists, they all have one thing in common. They failed again and again. But instead of hiding from their mistakes, they learned and grew. Ethan raised his eyebrows in doubt. He whispered to a colleague, "That sounds inspiring, but in real life, mistakes just bring embarrassment." Dr. Clark noticed the expression on Ethan's face and smiled. "Let me tell you a story," he said. In a faraway kingdom, two painters, Leo and Kian, were invited to paint murals inside the royal library. Leo was fearless. He embraced mistakes, often turning them into creative touches. Kian, however, was terrified of doing anything wrong. He kept erasing and redoing every stroke, chasing perfection. After 1 month, Leo's wall was alive with colors and beauty. It wasn't perfect, but it was captivating. Kian's wall barely started. The king looked at both and said, "True art doesn't live in perfection. It lives in honesty and courage. The fear of making mistakes has kept your talent hidden." Ethan sat in silence, deeply moved. That night over dinner, he asked his father, "Dad, have you made mistakes in your life?" His father laughed. "Ethan, I've made hundreds, but every mistake made me wiser and stronger." The next morning, Ethan made a decision. He would stop fearing failure. He enrolled in a public speaking class, even though he stuttered through his first session. He started learning guitar, even though his fingers hurt and he messed up often. At work, he finally said yes to leading a project. The first presentation didn't go smoothly, but he got better each time. Day by day, mistake by mistake, Ethan grew. His confidence returned, his fear faded, and his creativity blossomed. Years later, Ethan stood on stage as the chief executive officer of his own tech company, speaking to young interns. Someone asked him, "What's your secret to success?" He smiled and said, "The biggest mistake you can make is being afraid of making one. Every failure brought me one step closer to who I am today." Don't hide from your mistakes, embrace them, because in the end, the most beautiful things in life are shaped by imperfection.